Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect.
Wagwan people, Lumini here, back with Season 3, the first episode of Season 3. Excited to get underway. Obviously, we'll be in the Champions League this season. We've got a lot of recruitment and sales to do, loads of stuff to get through. But first, quick disclaimer, I am ill, so if I cough at some point during this, I'll try and cut it out. But if it's at an important point, you might just have to deal with the cough, and I'll try and get rid of it. Don't know what the fuck is going on in that picture though, because something is very, very wrong with that. That was not right at all. Anyway, so I have been spending an extensive amount of time setting up new tactics. We've got our new 4-3-3 that we're going to be running. I've got a Miri out in a little bit more of a cam role to play a little bit more free roaming in there, just to move around the midfield a bit more. Jesus, he's hard to select. So he's on comeback and defense, get into the box and free roam so that he can roam around a little bit more. I think this should be slightly better for us. We've still got the 3-back formation if we want to switch back to it at some point. So there's different things to try. I've also got loads of new tactics on here as well that we can use so that we can switch it in the game, because I think that worked quite well for us. Now as well, to talk about before we get into anything, I've still got loads of scouting going ahead for free agents, for players that you guys suggested, loads of that to do, so there probably won't be immediately any transfers, but we'll get to them. Transfer listed players, I've decided Joel Matip, because obviously with him being 33 now, he's going to keep declining. If he does stay, I won't be too bothered, but it would probably be better if we could just cash in on him. Julian Draxler, didn't utilise him as much as I thought we would last season. He was decent for us, and again, if he does stay, I'm not going to be too bothered about it. But again, it's another case of if we can cash in on him, get the wages off the book, then we can put that towards another player. Gelson Martins, pretty much the same thing. Hans Olsen, I just haven't got along with as much as I thought I was going to. He's made a lot of mistakes when he has played for me in recent times. So I think it's probably better that we just let him go. And Enish Saibani, though he's a young player, we've got a lot of players, a lot of youth players as well, coming through the ranks. We need to clear up some space, basically. Got a bunch of players that we've also put up for loan, the young lads, again, that just aren't going to get to play this season. But yeah, two things I want to talk to you guys quickly about before we get into actually discussing things are these two players. They don't have offers yet. Heung-min Son at 32, 85 rated. Still looks okay. Obviously an aging player, so he's going to decline quickly. Do you guys think it's a bad idea to sign a player like that, given they are aging? The other one is Kevin De Bruyne, who is currently 89 rated at 34. What do you guys think about signing them? I'm not going to move to sign them yet. If they get teams before I get a response from you guys, then fair enough. I'm not going to stop things to try and sign them. But let me know, what do you think about signings like that? Should we move away from signing older players? Should we, if they're really world class, should we still bring them in? You guys let me know. I'm going to advance a little bit because I'm only on the first day, so we still have like Tariq Lamptey at the club and stuff like that. We will have at some point, don't know if it will be in this episode or next, the Super Cup against Bayern as well. But yeah, let me advance and then I'll get back to you guys when stuff's going down, basically. So a whole load of chats of players saying they're either happy or unhappy. Bunch of stuff coming in here as well. Oh, I need to show you the money as well. Bien Cohn is now left on loan. We've got Angelo coming in, who we'll go take a look at in a minute. Lamptey obviously leaving. Eklund leaves on loan. And Fosu Mensah coming in. So Barney has a transfer offer coming in already. I can't imagine we're going to put a lot in for him. The only thing I would want to add I'm happy with the valuation. If we can add a sell-on clause of like 6%, that wouldn't just give me more money. You know what, I'll actually just accept the 2.4. I think that's an okay price. Let's go take a look at Angelo, who we've just brought in. Where is he? There he is. He's currently 20 years old, 76 rated, as we already knew. I think he'll be a decent rotational player for us on that right. We've got two very young players out there now, in Prestiani and Angelo, so that should be very interesting for us. More advancing to do. Another transfer offer coming in for Shabani here. So if you give me the 2.4, then he's yours. There you go. Another team agreed with. I think that's, yeah, Minnesota United and a Turkish side now. There's also a loan offer come in, but we're not going to go through every single loan offer because we'll probably be here for literally years. I'll just let you know when they are going out on loan and when they're not. Transfer offer in for Joel Matip from Torino. I'm just going to straight up accept it because it is a valuation bid. With him being 33 and transfer listed, I think that just makes sense. Just straight accept those. Two more transfer offers coming in here. One for Papela, who I haven't used a lot, but I have been training to use as a pretty far down the line backup player. If we can maybe get a sell-on clause for him as well, maybe bring it up to 1.8, I would be down. 5, see what they say. 1.4. I'm going to reject that just because we don't really need to sell him. Do have a Hansa Olsen bid come in here from Roma. Even though he's transfer listed, I am going to ask for a little bit more money for Hansa Olsen. You're really not willing to go above 13 at all? 15 then? Wow, really not above 13 at all? I mean, it's probably because he's transfer listed, but hey, it is what it is. I have every right to ask for more money, I think. Shaibani will be joining Adana Demirspor in Turkey, so that is him gone. Two more transfer offers coming in here. One from Crystal Palace for Gelson Martins, one from Napoli for Orel Mangala. We weren't planning on selling Orel Mangala. He does have a 25 million release clause, though I wasn't overly impressed with some of the stuff that I saw from Orel last year. I'm going to go for that 25 million and see what they say. They're not willing to bring it up, so that's fine. Like I said, I don't really need to let Orel go, because even though we weren't overly impressed, I'm kind of happy to keep him here still as a rotational player. We will just accept that from Crystal Palace with Gelson. I did just see that Danso, who was going to be one of my main targets at centre-back, has just agreed a deal with Arsenal, or Betis are agreeing a deal with Arsenal. I'm not going to rush in for him, even though he's one of the players that I did want. I think we still have enough other options that I'm not going to just rush straight in and pay a bunch of money for him without knowing kind of what we have and what we can go for first. So if you guys aren't happy with that, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not just going to rush out and spend a bunch of money on Danso right now. We'll wait, we'll see what happens with the deal, and then we'll see what other options are out there for us. Another Hansa Olsen offer coming in from Italy again as well. Like I said, I'm going to try and push up the price a little bit. Wow, they actually won't come up at all. We may just sell him for 13 then. We'll see what the next team is that come in and what they offer. Joel Matip, a vital part of our season last season, to be fair, will be leaving us. 8.5 million going to Torino. I think that's a good deal for us. Like I said, we're going to eventually replace him with a new starter. We did bring in Rule out last season. We've got Sirota back already as well. So as much as it's sad to see Joel Matip leave after him having such a big impact on the team, we kind of do already have the players that we don't really need to worry about it too much. Leipzig coming in for Hansa Olsen here. I'm not going to accept 13 from Leipzig because they're going to be a direct rival of us this season. If another foreign club come in, I will accept 13 because I probably should have already accepted 13. Also, another point is we have so many players called Schmidt that I just had like 5 emails saying about Schmidt's loan offer being accepted or like agreed, and I was so confused because I was like, I've just accepted this. Turns out 3 of the players that we are loaning out are called Schmidt, obviously. Another vital player for us coming in January of our first season, Gelson Martins, will be leaving us to go and join Crystal Palace. Again, I feel like it's just fair, as a player who is 30 years old now, is going to want the game time. It just seems fair to let him go and get that game time. So yeah, he will be leaving. That we will just straight up accept. We do have an offer from Mönchengladbach here for Julian Draxler. Again, like I said, oh no, I don't want to do it through that. I want to negotiate. Like I said, with them being league rivals, we will negotiate, but we will ask for more money than we would if it were a team outside of our own league. With transfer listed players, they tend not to want to, but they will come up to 9.5. So Julian Draxler may be on his way to continue playing in Germany, but for a different side. Ernst Gruber will be joining Frosinone on a 12-month loan, so it'd be good for him to get some play time out in Italy. Baumgartner loan offer coming in here. Just a normal loan that will be. Kaiser loan agreement, which we will obviously just accept, and then he can pick between the teams that he has in for him. Same with Schmidt here. He can pick Hansa also from Atletico Madrid. Like I said, I will just accept it now because I'm aware that no one is going to come up past the valuation for him. So we will continue. Jonathan Smith is going to Elche for 12 months. Nice little bit of playtime for him in Spain. Napoli are in for Hansa Olsen as well, so that's another one that will just be straight up accepted. Jonathan Burkhart's training is done. He will now be a full-time left winger. Prestiani will be a full-time right winger so that we can train them. Still waiting for scouting reports to come back. Once they do, we'll go into some transfers of our own. No, Union beat us to the sign of Issa Kabore. That is annoying because he was going to be a vital player for us. Danso has joined Arsenal as well, so we'll remove him. Probably a couple players here that are already going to leave. Donny van der Beek joined Lazio, so we won't bother keeping him around anymore. Like I said, this is one of those things when you're waiting. Oh, Son has joined Borussia Dortmund, so we won't bother with him anymore either. Like I said, couple. Oh, Bianco. These guys have just got a new team, so they can both be released. Berardi as well. I'm probably going to go through my transfer list real quick. God damn it, we should have gone in for Kevin De Bruyne. He's joined Bayern Munich now. That's a huge signing to add to their side already. Schmidt will be going to Luton for 12 months, followed by Julian Draxler leaving. Oh no, Lorenz Schmidt as well will be going to AZ Alkmaar for 12 months. This should now be Julian Draxler leaving to join Mönchengladbach for 9.5. So we've brought in a decent chunk of cash, I would say. So we definitely have some extra money. As you see, we have 77 million to spend. I believe we had 47 before sales, so the sales are definitely helping boost us up. We're going to need some rotation, obviously, after we're done letting players go, etc. We will check the objectives quickly, and then we'll have a look at my own objectives as well. So, what do the board want from us? They still want us within 2 seasons to have at least one player from the youth academy play 50%. Brand exposure, they want us to get 7 games with at least 1 scored in away games, which is fine. Finish the season with 4.2 million unspent allocated funds. That's probably possible, to be fair. And increase the club worth by 25% through player sales and competition prize money rewards. There's 2 seasons in that. They want us to reach the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal and finish in the Champions League space. And in the Champions League, they want us to reach the quarterfinals. So definitely ambition from the board. We're now going to pop up my own objectives and run through them. Hansa Olsen will be joining Atletico Madrid for 13 million. Just got a bunch of scouting back there, I can see. Is that Jan Kaiser agreeing to go to Salzburg for 12 months? So the young Austrian lads are all going out on loan. We do have pre-season here, which we'll just accept on camera. Bunch of scouting for me to run through though, so let me quickly do that and then get back to you, because we'll probably be able to go in and make a signing. Right, so a couple players again that have left that I was hoping to sign, but it is what it is. I've got a couple youth players like this that have got particularly good play styles that I may sign, but they're not going to be like ones that we rush out and get. CJ Egan Riley is someone I'm very tempted to sign. He's got very good potential for the future, can play right back and centre back, so we may go in for him. I think where we're going to start things off though is looking at a potential centre back signing. Now, Ogbu is someone that I'm a big fan of. He's got a lot of pace, and the slide tackle trait is 6'2" as well. However, I think what we need, Christopher Wu is now too important apparently, so won't leave. So he probably won't be signing. We may need to bring in someone a lot bigger. The player I'm tempted to go for, based on that, is Armel Bella-Kotchap. A lot of you talked about him before. He was going to kind of be my backup if we didn't get Danzo. We haven't got Danzo. So I think Bella-Kotchap, being a German player as well, bringing him back to Germany, I think this would be a decent signing for us if we can try and be a little bit cheeky on price as well. They want Jonathan Burkhart. I don't think I really want to give up Jonathan Burkhart. And 11 million. Let's see what they say to that. 15 they want. Bring it down to 12,500 with the 10%. They're happy with that, so it looks like we may be about to bring in Armel Bella-Kotchap if we can agree a deal for him. Get rid of that clause. 15,500. I'm more than happy to give him that. Cheap contract, not a lot of money to pay either. Armel Bella-Kotchap coming in to fit into that midfield, maybe even take the spot that Joel Matip had. A bigger player, like I said. I kind of like having a fast centre back and then a big centre back. So as you can see, he's got so much pace. The acceleration's a little low. Great strength on him as well. Jumping's pretty immense. Good defensive awareness. Tackling's decent. At 6'3", like I said, stands very tall, so should be good for us in that position. Next signing, I think the vital area we need to go for. There's a player I want to bring in midfield, which I think I'm probably going to go and do now. Then maybe a rotational striker. I'm planning on training Bamba Dieng as a right winger to sub on there. Obviously, it's going to take a while, so. And that player is a player I'm a big fan of on Ultimate Team, and I kind of just want to see how he fits here. His name is Hicham Boudaoui. He's not overly expensive, can play central midfield and TDM, only 25 years old, 79 rated. Think he will be a decent either rotational option or a decent option in our midfield. They want Sirota. Like I just said, I'm not against letting Sirota go. I'm not going to give you 11 million because that's almost 20 million and he's just not worth that much. I'm not against letting Sirota go. Obviously, we loaned out Sirota to Milan. They didn't decide to take up the clause to sign him full time. If we let Sirota go, we can bring in another centre-back as well. I like that deal. I think that works out well for us. It's not much of a pay rise, Hicham, but hopefully you won't mind. They're happy with that, so Hicham Boudaoui will be our second signing. Another player that was taken from FC Nantes as well, which is interesting. We have sent the player back to them though, so if that's not too bad. Let's take a look at him. He is 5'9", so not the tallest in our midfield, but when you look at those physicals, like that's just incredible. Greens all round, even his technicals, like pretty much everything is green. 2 quick back-to-back signings, and 2 signings that haven't broken the bank either. Adrian Kaufman will be joining Minnesota United in the MLS for 12 months, so that'll be, I think, an interesting place for him to go to get some football. Obviously something a little bit different. So another player that was mentioned a few times is Wesley Fofana. He obviously would have to be a starter if we brought him in, which means Bella-Kotchap or Bayer would have to fall out of the rotation. He is 37 and has a deal with Stade Rennais going through. We're going to see what we can get him for. I might try and even swap a player. I want 39. They will actually take Moussa Diarra, but I want 39. I don't really want to pay that high because there's still a lot of other stuff I want to do in this transfer window. Bring it down to 27. They're happy with 27 plus Moussa Diarra. I don't think that would be a bad deal for us, to be fair. They're actually happy with that. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to walk away from that. Wesley Fofana looks like he's going to be in. I'm really, really hoping that hasn't absolutely obliterated our wage structure, though. The wage structure here. Oh, it's 45. That's actually much better than Armando Broja on 45. Wesley Fofana, obviously a star player in his own right. We still have Oro Mangala, actually, who is a player that, like I said, is fallen out of rotation a little bit on 40. So that's not too bad. We've kept it kind of within the limits of what I feel comfortable paying players. So 40 for Wesley Fofana, not bad at all. Like I say, he can, like I say, be a little bit injury prone, which is why some of you suggested signing him to maybe revive his career a little bit. But we'll see what we can do. He's got decent pace, strength is decent, his stamina needs a lot of work. The aggression and interceptions is quite nice though, and he's got a lot of play styles, jockey, intercept and slide tackle. We do have a bit of a debate now though at centre back over what we're going to do and who's going to start. I did have Bayer and Bella Kotchap starting together, but I think probably now what we'll need to do is drop Roulat down to the reserves maybe. With him still being 24, I think he'll be okay there. But yeah, that'll be everything done on our defence. Ideally, if we could make a couple more sales, we need a goalkeeper. I think up top, I'm kind of comfortable with things how they are. Midfield, I'm kind of comfortable with how things are. So it's really, we need a fullback, a right back ideally, and maybe a goalkeeper. And I think that'll pretty much be our summer business done for now, you know, unless we make a big sale. But yeah, getting our business done quickly and decently, I would say. Schneider will be going out to Portugal for 12 months. Nice to get all of these loan deals done quickly as well. Baumgartner going out on loan though, so pretty much all the loan players that I wanted to get out have gone out now, so that's nice to get that done quickly. So we have a scout report for the boys that we have in here. Obviously, I think it's probably time we bring Linus Ahmed up. But Ahmed, I think, is probably too good of a prospect to keep in the, you know what I mean, youth ranks. We are having a little change up. The formation I was using before wasn't really working very well. So we're having another little change up now to try out this formation instead. Because, yeah, we lost our first game 5-1. That was mostly due to me jumping to sim because we already had a player sent off. And the second game against Napoli was 3-3. But we really did not play very well at all against Napoli. Like, we really struggled. This game against Milan is our last chance to really workshop things before we get to what is going to be hopefully a competitive game against Bayern. Transfer offer in from Feyenoord for Prestiani. That is going to get straight up rejected, so I don't want to let Prestiani go anywhere just yet. So we start the couple goalkeepers here. We got Andrew from Wolfsburg, but he's just joined, so probably not him. So we're kind of between Muric, Petrovic, but I like the look of Pedro Morales, 6'4". Got very good diving, handling, kicking and reflexes. Position needs a little work. He's also got the cross-claimer playstyle plus Chilean. I think I'm going to go in for Pedro Morales, 5%. We're going to take some time to assess, so we'll continue forward after that. The only other thing then we really have left to do is look for a right back, because I don't think Hansen should probably be starting there. We've gone back up to 14 for Morales. I don't really want to go 14 plus a 10% sell on that. And we're going to bring this all the way down to 2%. They're happy with that. So 11.4 million for Pedro Morales. I'm hoping that they fixed academy goalkeepers and that Pedro Morales will actually be a decent keeper, because I remember a couple of years ago I had a very good youth prospect goalkeeper come through and his hands were basically made of paper and he didn't make a single save the whole time I had him, because Pedro Morales most likely will be starting for us over Restes. I may start Neuer still. He has dropped quite a lot, so I'm not overly eager to just like immediately. Not good enough, really? So Pedro Morales comes in for 11.4. We will put him on that sweeper keeper training that I always use for my keepers. Same rating as Restes is at the moment, so they're definitely going to fight between themselves for that starting position. Basically all we have left to do after that is find a right back, so I'll do some scouting. If we don't find one, I'm not against starting with Fosu Mensah and then growing the youth lads around to potentially take over. Interesting offer from Hoffenheim coming in for Bamba Dieng of 16 million. City want Ahmed, but like I said, I'm not, as much as I could accept that because it's a big side, I think he'd be more likely to stay at a club like us that's playing European football, playing in multiple competitions where he's likely to get game time. Bamba Dieng, I'm definitely not going to let him go on the cheap, so I'll offer 25 and they're not interested. He's still planning to feature in, well, I'm still planning to have him feature, should I say, in my play, so definitely not letting him go for cheap. We are approaching the cup against Bayern, which I probably will play in this episode, purely based on the fact that I need a little bit of an indication as to if our tactic's going to work or not. If we get pumped, I know it probably isn't. Girona have met Oral Mangala's release clause, and I'm not going to stop them from doing that. 25.7 for him. So we may also now have to go in for another CDM as Darmstadt come in for Simon. Oh, Mangala also apparently doesn't see his future here anymore, so looks like he will be leaving. Well, he will be, because like I said, I'm not willing to stop that, so yeah, see you, Mangala. Well, there goes Oro Mangala off to Spain for 25.7 million. Bad negotiation. Right, so it says the player's release clause was lower than his value. Yeah, was it? 25.7 million. Player market value 16 million. You boneheaded game. What the fuck are you talking about? So I think we'll give Neuer a send-off in this one. I'm going to bring Morales up. I'm going to put Ahmed on the bench. Yep, I think we're good with that. We will go in to the cup game against Bayern. I'm pretty much expecting to lose this, but I think it may be our best test yet to see if this 4-3-3 is going to be for us or whether we change to something else. Musiala is always
this is what they'll be facing today.
And Harry Kane.
Well, they're going to play with two wingers here, but I'm just a little bit worried that the centre forward could become like
Bella Chap out of the way.
Just what the fans wanted to see.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I just can't actually get used to playing something different. I mean, we started well there. We had a good opportunity. Miri going to find Broja. Powerful run from Broja. Got the Bayern man with him the whole way.
Nicely over the top.
Finds Pedro Neto.
Oh, great block.
Again, he can't see the shot for him. See, I actually feel like we're not even playing that badly. In my opinion, I think I need to switch these guys onto the other sides like this.
Who's going to get on the end of it?
Bro, yeah, there it is. As soon as we switch the sides, that's much better. I actually think we've dominated this game so far. we just haven't managed to finish any of them.
Well,
like,
here it is again. It's a good
I don't
delivery from
know.
the
Doesn't
corner,
feel
and then
like
what a
defensively
great
we
finish
feel
as
a
well.
little
Good
open.
connection with the ball,
That's a good
leaving
header
the
from
keeper with
Broja
little
there,
chance.
though.
It's a great goal.
So back
Weird,
underway.
I don't
They've
know.
levelled
Let's see
it at
how we
1-1
defend
here.
this attack, I guess. That's bad defending from me, to be fair, though. It's good defending from Bayer, but we're not going to get rewarded for it. Why would we?
And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved!
Situation, you know how I feel about situations like that. I don't even need to say it. Bayer's done really well there, in my opinion, to read Harry Kane there, and I've told him to clear the ball. What happens? Harry Kane takes off him before he even manages to swing his foot. I feel like that is pretty much every goal that Bayern ever score against me. Whatever. Might as well, last couple of minutes of the game, we'll go for the attacking three back. Sorry.
Corner kick played in.
Oh, there it is. Flicked on by Armando Broja. Finished off by Jordan Bayer. Bit of a lucky flick on, to be honest. Is that 2 corner goals for us now? We're just going to be scoring from set pieces again this season. I don't know why I'm getting so
Well, here's
bad.
another look at it. Certainly delivery into the box couldn't have been any better. But
Good
how's he
delivery,
allowed
yeah, to
that
be fair.
much time and space?
De Ligt
Doesn't
leaves
even have to
Bayer,
jump to head
doesn't,
it in. It's a
even
good
though he's
finish,
there from the
but
looks of
terrible
things.
defending.
Well, another equaliser. What a
Much like the
topsy-turvy
cup.
game this has been.
Back and forth.
De Ligt.
Oh, yeah, I've actually brought this down
Martial, useful looking attack
Or
this.
he just gets the tackle in.
It
think
always
that's
had the potential
pens,
to
isn't
go
it?
the distance, and it has. So a penalty shootout.
It is a penalty shootout. Penalty shootout for the cup.
And this will test
how
the
this goes.
mentality of any footballer. And the keeper
Well, they've saved my
makes the
first one, so that's a good
all-important
start.
save. What? And it's gone in.
Well, I dove that way, but yeah, no fucking chance. Okay, well, yeah, Bayern just know where I'm going, apparently.
And the penalty converted here. Composure is so important under these trying circumstances. So lethal in front of goal. And he's
I've
beaten
gone
the
the same way
keeper.
every fucking time.
It won't be lost on him what's at stake here.
Oh,
He knows
Jesus,
he's got to
Angelo.
score. And there it is. That brings it to a conclusion. And a
Romero's
contrasted
celebrating,
emotions.
didn't really have to do
One
much.
team joyful,
Well,
the other
we lose on penalties.
absolutely devastated.
Well,
Maybe
what
watching
drama,
this.
what scenes,
Kevin
and what a
Bonner
good
and
finish to
Romero
this game.
Celebrating. Bayern win the Super
So
Cup.
they've passed the test.
I don't know.
That was-
I don't really know, man. This is annoying me. I don't know if we're just not used to it. I don't know if it doesn't work. Do we just risk going into the season with it? I'll sim these last couple of days before the first game against Leverkusen. That's where we'll leave things. And then we'll wrap up the window in the next episode. Hopefully with a right back signing. But yeah, I'm a little bit... My head's a little bit... My mind's a bit blown at the moment. I don't really know what to do. Coventry City want to pay there. I don't know, boys. I've got a lot to think about in the interim between this episode and the next as to what it is that we do here. Braga coming in for Bergzorg. Wouldn't be totally against letting Bergzorg go for a little bit of money. Potentially push it up to 5.5. I'll be happy to part ways. And they will push up to 5.5. So Bergzorg could be leaving us to go to Portugal. But that's pretty much going to be the end of this one. And is going to be the end of this one. We are at the first game of the season. Oh, I've just accidentally cursed out Amiri without even meaning to. But he probably deserved it anyway. That's going to be where we leave it. And we'll start next episode off with the game against Leverkusen. Hopefully we'll be able to sort things out in the team a little bit. But yeah, please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell to get notified when the next episode available to you. And I hope to see you in it. Peace.